Images are usually the heaviest elements on a page. They act as digital deadweight, dragging down site speed and harming your search engine rankings. A single photograph straight off a modern phone typically weighs about 4.2 megabytes. This guide will take that 4.2 megabyte file down to under 200 kilobytes, a 22 times reduction in size. We will achieve this without any visible quality loss. At a normal viewing distance, the compressed version looks identical to the original. The process follows 4 specific decisions in a fixed order: width, crop, format, and quality. Every step can be executed using free browser-based tools. Image file size starts with pixel count. A standard 4000 by 3000 photo holds 12 million individual pixels. The uncompressed image equation is straightforward. 12 million pixels multiplied by 3 bytes per pixel for color results in 36 megabytes of raw data. Your phone already compressed that 36 megabyte pool down to 4.2 megabytes, using an 8:1 ratio. You cannot repeat that compression trick indefinitely using a quality slider. Eventually, the encoder runs out of data, and the image begins to fall apart. To set a realistic baseline, you can use the MiniWebTool photo file size estimator. By entering your megapixels and bit depth, you can sanity check your target size before you ever start exporting. The first physical step is cropping. By cropping the composition first, you delete pixels you were never going to show on the screen anyway. Next, apply the 2 by rule. Because modern screens pack 2 physical pixels into every CSS pixel, you should export your image at twice the width it will occupy on the page. For an image displayed in an 800 pixel blog body, your export width should be 1600 pixels. This ensures the image remains sharp on high-density displays. Shrinking the image to the exact CSS width saves space, but it results in a blurry, low-quality look on most modern devices. Resizing is effective because area scales with the square of the linear dimension. As width drops, internal pixel count falls exponentially faster. Reducing a 4,000 pixel wide photo to 1,600 pixels removes 84% of the pixels before touching a compression slider. This single geometric change does more to reduce file size than almost every other optimization technique combined. Resizing must happen before compression. Removing raw pixels gives the compressor a much smaller grid to process. There is also invisible weight inside the file. Every smartphone photo includes EXIF metadata. EXIF data adds up to 20 kilobytes of dead weight to each file, and often contains sensitive GPS coordinates of your location. You should use a browser-based tool to strip all non-essential metadata from the file before publishing. This step protects your privacy and increases site speed without affecting the visual quality of the image itself. The final step is choosing the right format and compression level for the web. WebP is now the standard modern format, replacing JPEG for most web uses. WebP works in all current browsers and typically runs 25 to 35% smaller than a JPEG at the same quality level. When you export, set your quality slider to 80. Setting the quality to 80 instead of 92 cuts the file size by nearly half, but the difference is generally invisible to the human eye. Using WebP at quality 80 completes the process, compressing the optimized pixel grid into its most efficient state. Here is the final result. On the left is our original 4.2 megabyte file. On the right is the 190 kilobyte version. The photo is now 22 times smaller than the original, with no loss in visual clarity at a normal viewing distance. This optimized asset will now load almost instantly, improving your site's performance and search rankings. Remember the sequence: resize to 2x the display width, crop, strip EXIF data, then compress as WebP at 80. You can find the MiniWebTool photo file size estimator and the full step-by-step guide in the description to start optimizing your own images today.